Do you remember the time when Screen didn't have TV shows on it?
I do.
That was a long time ago.
That was like 4 months
That
ago.
was like the dark ages of Screen.com.
Right. But what should this tutorial be about?
Both. Adding things, I think, is good. We have a bunch of quests for adding things, adding movies, adding TV shows, so I think maybe people would dig watching that.
Okay, so you want to add a TV show?
Sure.
What do you want to add?
How about Undeclared? Isn't that a Judd Apatow thing?
Yeah, let's do that.
So first, you probably want to check and make sure that it's not on the site. I think.
Right.
Can we do that?
Yeah, so just go ahead and search.
So
Undeclared war, that's not it.
no one declared on here, so just double check before you add something.
Right.
You don't want to double up on everything.
Then we just go to browse TV series.
If you want to add something, you go to the page for it first. TV shows, you can see all the TV shows on here. Last edited, most appearances, everything like that. But since Undeclared isn't in here and we want to add it, ooh, we need to find the URL.
Right, and I've already got the URL.
Oh, okay.
Let's add both of them in. So basically what we do is we have a framework. We can look at IMDb and Freebase and basically add their URL to our tool, and our tool will build out.
You should have got a mouse for this.
You want a mouse? Yeah. I can do it.
Yeah, why don't you take over?
Okay, this isn't too bad. So basically all we're doing is just adding the two links, and then we'll just grab some basic framework information, just to save us a little bit of time. If you don't want to do this, you don't have to put these links in. You could just go ahead and propose a new page, and it'll give you a blank form. But we'll do this, and it'll put some information together for us. So we don't have any box art or anything. We have the title, to returning series, which is completely not true. So let's change that to ended, because it totally just lasted one season.
Bunch of different statuses for TV shows. You make sure that's correct before you put it in.
I mean, if you wanted to fill out this description, you could.
I usually put a little placeholder there right
away.
What
do you want to say?
Say Undeclared was a series about. You misspelled Undeclared.
Did I?
You did. Undeclared.
Undeclared. Terrible spelling.
It's a series about college freshmen, right?
Yeah.
A series about aimless college freshmen.
I like that, aimless.
Just something really simple. These are not meant to be super detailed. The description is always supposed to be like 50 words max, something like that.
Right.
Just a pithy little thing.
And down here we say, we also found 17 episodes spread over one season. Did it have 17 episodes?
It might have. I don't know if they all got aired. I think it got canceled pretty early on.
Okay. So basically what we've done, this is the framework I'm telling you about, where you don't have to fill in each...
the name of each
episode. The name of each episode as a placeholder. We've taken care of that by looking at Freebase or IMDb. So then just say, cool, that's pretty close. If it was way off, here you go. You can just go, you're way off, let me take over. And then you can edit each episode. But for right now, we'll just accept this.
Yeah, we've built all this stuff so you guys don't have to do all this dinky editing by yourself. So whenever possible, just go ahead and...
I'm going to hit refresh. And I have enough points, so so this just went live. The way I check is I go to new pages. There's other ways to look for the movie, but I just go to new pages.
And if you don't have a huge amount of wiki points, this will go to a queue and it will have to be approved. So just don't worry if it doesn't go live right away. We'll get to it within a day or so.
So here's the show with all of the episodes right there. It'll generally get the cast of appearances later. We have
it goes to a queue.
It goes into a queue, yeah, and there's like a...
So don't panic.
It'll come. Sometimes it'll take a couple minutes. Yep, there it is.
Oh,
all of a sudden, the appearances are here, and you can see who is in the show. And if you wanted to edit that, if you wanted to edit the people per show, then you would just go to the episode.
Yeah, it looks like the people per show. Wow, Jake Kasdan, Judd Apatow. This is some big names here. How many producers does that show have? A lot.
And you could edit it here. And if you knew something was not correct here, if you wanted to change the order, you could just change the order. It wouldn't be.
Yeah. All right. Generally on screen, we like to have the most important people up at the top of the credits page. Some movies some movies and TV shows sorted by like order of appearance, but generally best to have the most important people up top.
Yeah. So you can see right now I just changed. I put Carla ahead of Jay as important for that show, which is not true, but I'm just going to leave it because, why not? So that's basically, I want to show some people how to like edit the cast. So let's search for Fall Guy, the Fall Guy, a 80s TV show. I think it was 81 or 80.
Yeah.
Very good show. And what I did here was I wanted to show you that Heather Thomas is listed at 109 episodes, where Lee Majors is 112, but I know that she was in all of them.
Sure.
Basically, I went and I actually removed her from a few episodes. So anyways, I just want to show you how to add her back onto episode 1 of The Fall Guy. You just go here, go to edit. It's pretty simple. And then I'm going to show you a secondary tool too after this. But so you just search for Heather Thomas is her name. There you go, and it says this was added below. If you click it, it'll take you down here. I'm going to put her back up to number 2 because I think she's the second most important. And then just hit save, and she will now be attached to this episode. Okay, then refresh the page, and scroll down, and there she is in position 2. But you say, what if she wasn't added to like 50 of the episodes and I know that she's in them? I don't want to have to do that for 50 episodes. Well, we have a tool for you. All you have to do is go to the episodes link right here in the left column and click this link here. Add a character, credit to multiple episodes. And this is just a quick tool. Heather Thomas, once again. And what basically when you check these, it adds her to every episode in the season. And I know she's in every episode, so I'm just going to click all of them. But what if you were like, well, she wasn't in this one? You could just literally take her off like that and then hit save, and she'd be added to everything but those two. But I know she's in everything, so I'm going to add her. Make sure that she's just added, and here we go, save.
These kind of edits too, if you update credits for a lot of things, you get big points for it too. So if you know of a show that has like a lot of intricate credit details, you can get some pretty big wiki points by doing this data. It's not awesome. It's not a cool job to have,
but it's really important. We really need to know the relationships. So now she's listed at 112 episodes, just like Lee Majors.
Marky Post was in that. Whatever happened
Yeah,
to Marky Post?
She was. She's doing something. Can actually take a look real quick.
What other show am I thinking of? Her
I know what she was in. Oh, she was in 30 Rock recently.
Huh.
She was in another 80s show too. Night Court. Yeah. Night Court.
This is what happens when I go on screen. Like, oh,
you just start looking around.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much it for editing a TV show. I mean, the other things that you would need to know is how to edit the general information. It's pretty simple.
If you can find the date of last airing, that kind of stuff is a lot of the stuff hasn't been filled in, like show type, show length.
Right. There's plenty of things in here. Language.
Now for language, we want to have whatever spoken language is in the episode. Not people have asked before about like, do we do it for everything that's been dubbed into? And like, no.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
That would be every.
You can
even
put a
shows
theme.
about coming of age. I think
coming of age. This one
and the Civil War and comic books. I think.
Yeah, you think so?
These are all kind of like you want to keep the themes pretty close to what it actually is, but you have a little. Nobody's going to get on you if you go really abstract. People
you could add similar shows as well.
Sure.
Do you have any other ideas?
All I think of when I think of Lee Majors is the Simpsons episode when he took Marge away. Come away with me, Marge. But that's obviously not a similar show. So.
Right. It's got to be a show that evokes the same sort of style, right?
Yeah.
Or at least the same storyline style. So we have Magnum P.I. in here, which I think is close. What do you think?
Sure. Yeah, definitely. Early 80s. So the Fall Guy he was a stuntman, right?
Yeah, he's a stuntman bounty hunter.
Stuntman bounty hunter. Human Target's a good one, though.
Okay. That's actually one that you suggested.
So, yeah.
To me.
That's why
I put it in there a while ago. Yeah. Okay, so hang on one second. Okay, so then let's show how to edit plot summaries.
Sure.
Because that's pretty important.
Let's go destroy one of Gort's Star Trek edits.
So you want to go to Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Man, I am the worst. Star Trek, Next Generation.
There we go.
This one right here.
Yeah. Let me find an episode.
Yeah, sure. You go ahead and drive.
Gort is one of our users who has done. You can see Gort there has a bunch of points on Star Trek Next Generation.
2,564.
That's just the overview too, I think, and he's gone through and done so many of these episodes. Let me try and find a good one that he's done. I think he did the one where the Enterprise blows up, which I really like. I know he's done stuff like I know he did Schisms. So let's go and take a look at Schisms real quick. This is one of his newest ones that he did. That is not
episode.
Not what he meant.
So he's totally filled out the plot summary, and this is what we want to see per
this
episode.
Gort's really amazing. He does all this stuff.
Now, should this have spoilers?
I think plot summary should be as detailed a plot summary as you can possibly get for the entire episode. There's no reason to avoid spoilers. By the time
Someone comes at a page, they're looking for it.
the description up here should be, you can't see what I'm pointing at, but the Enterprise crew members.
Go ahead and click edit and show them that it turns into a editable field.
Sure.
So you can edit this.
This should not be spoiler heavy. This should just be a reminder of what the whatever the overview of the show is, and this should be the picture here should be kind of a general non-spoiler enough to remind people what the episode's about without like giving away the entire thing.
Right.
So the edit page down here. So the edit page can let you do the description, but if you want to go back and do the plot summary, and I'm not going to mess this up for Gort. Where do we go to edit the plot summary here?
You were on the plot summary.
Oh, was I?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Just scroll it back up and hit edit,
Sure,
and then, well, this field is your short bio, and then this one here is your.
It looks so similar to what the actual page looks like. So you can go through here and
that's actually good that you got fooled because that was our intention to make it almost seem seamless.
A dense globular cluster, which is also big.
It's a good one-handed typing.
Yeah, because I'm doing something else with my other hand. So all I did was ask was to add a little thing here, just to show people that you can just refresh page. And since we have so many points, this will go live automatically. You need to get like 500 or 1,000 points for this to go live and skip the queue. But if you work on this stuff and add stuff pretty, you'll get there pretty quick. And Gort does really good. Adds a bunch of images. Images
and
really
puts caption in too.
Yeah, images really help a lot with the readability of text. Like if this was one huge long block of text, it's really tough to read that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But when you add a bunch of images to your descriptions, you can really make it look a lot nicer.
Yeah.
Feet first into the void. And another thing that Gort does a lot that he kind of picks out little bits from all the Star Trek episodes and adds trivia. And trivia, if you ever go to Wikipedia, you see they're trying to take away trivia from all the pages. I love trivia. I want to see more trivia on all our pages. So any kind of wacky, random information that you have, you can always add that.
Plus, trivia and quotes, they do really well for screened. As far as just people coming to our site searching for things, they're often searching for just straight up quotes and trivia.
Yeah, so good for Google. If you have quotes, you can.
Good for Google, good for us, good for our community.
Good for everybody.
Yeah.
So if you're ever watching a TV show and you think you hear something funny, just go ahead and take down a quote and add it to the show later on.
Right.
So yeah, that's the look at a quick look at a TV show editing the.
We showed how to add a show. We showed how to edit a show.
How to edit the cast. And how to edit the overview.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can do that for every episode in a series if you want to. I mean, I think you said that you put in stuff for The Walking Dead. Obviously, it's easier to do it as you go along rather than having to do it in retrospect for 200 episodes of Next Generation. But I think eventually.
What I've been doing is adding tasks, which we have a tutorial for how to add what our task system is, and basically adding tasks for every new episode of TV shows so that people remember to fill them out.
So you see something that Gort hasn't gotten to yet. And this is the kind of stuff that you go back and add directors and everything like that, and just find this data and go through and look at this dude all hot and naked.
He's looking good.
He is looking good.
Yeah.
What's his name again? I forgot his name.
Does he have legs?
He does have legs. John Delancey, yes.
Okay.
Q.
All right. Okay, I think we're done.
I think we're done with this one.
All right. Thanks for listening, guys. I love you.